question was, why might a young person have a meltdown or shut down from the world? When Googling this question, the term meltdown appeared first, and it was explained as when a person may show extreme behaviors like shouting or aggressive behaviors. And during a meltdown, there may be a risk of harm to the person themselves or to others. And for an example of this type of behavior, I will be showing a video of this act.
You are grounded for the rest of the summer. Also, then knock it off.
Take me home!
No!
I don't want to go!
It doesn't matter.
No, yes it does! No!
Stop it!
Take me home!
I am the mother.
Take me home!
You are going to listen.
Take me home!
The next term that I came across was shut down from the world. And this was explained as when a person may either partially or completely withdraw from the world around them. They may not respond to communication anymore or retreat to their room. They may also no longer be able to move from the situation they are in, no matter what it is. Shutdowns tend to be more discreet than meltdowns and may sometimes go unnoticed. However, like meltdowns, they are a person's response to reaching a crisis point. Further along into reading and researching, I came across people with autism and discovered that they experience higher levels of stress and anxiety. This means they may reach crisis points more quickly sometimes. This crisis point is visible through either a meltdown or shutdown. And what causes meltdowns and shutdowns in people with autism is high levels of stress to a point where they are no longer able to cope. These can be triggered by any situation and can be the result of an accumulation of stressful events over a period of time, hours, days, or even weeks. We are all able to deal with a certain amount of stress. Our days tend to be a combination of stressors and opportunities to de-stress. People with autism tend to start their day with a higher level of stress and anxiety, leaving them with less room to cope with additional stress. So, they may reach crisis points more quickly than others. Common triggers for people with autism are too many demands placed on a person, unexpected changes in plans or routines, sensory overload, and social overload. After researching people with autism and coming across two terms, high stress and anxiety, it made me think about combat soldiers that come back with PTSD. Common symptoms of PTSD includes flashbacks, jumpiness, irritability, insomnia, nightmares, guilt, and intense panic, often in response to something only vaguely reminiscent of the original trauma from war, which also can result in apathy of indifference in soldiers as well. So after researching apathy of indifference, it was explained by Dr. Ken Buckle that it is a state in which we do not care and or don't take action on something happening around us. People who are indifferent or apathetic can be seen as cold, aloof, disinterested, unmotivated, and lacking in passion. After reading this, it made me think of the saying that humans are social animals. Now, how can humans be social animals when they're apathetic or indifferent? Now, Michael Yapko mentions in his article, Secondhand Blues, that we are born utterly dependent. From the moment we pop out, a social relationship becomes essential to living, namely the relationship with our mothers. So apathy in biology surely contradicts themselves. So why do people shut down, have meltdowns, or have feelings of apathy? Well, what I have researched and realized about the three is that nobody shuts down or have random meltdowns or have feelings of apathy because they are having a bad day. More than likely, this person has had a traumatic experience or a medical condition. So in conclusion, my question took me to different places where I had to ask questions that questioned me and also aroused new thoughts into this process. All in all, I fell through the rabbit hole.